For the past 10 years, I've been testing and reviewing different savings accounts here on YouTube and over on my blog, investingsimple.com. In this video, I'll be giving you a rundown of the best savings accounts, including what their interest rates are, what the key features are, and most importantly, any sign-up bonuses. Now guys, dozens of hours went into making this video happen, so if you appreciate that, all that I ask in return is that you drop a like and subscribe. Now, the best savings account for you is going to depend on the type of account that you're looking for, as well as how long you're looking to save that money for. So to start things off, we're going to cover the difference between CDs, high-yield savings accounts, and then traditional bank accounts, but you can skip ahead below using the table of contents if you wish. Because as you'll soon see, the interest rates vary dramatically across these different account types. Now, real quick, guys, I do have to mention before we dive in that I am not a financial advisor and this isn't personalized financial advice. So, let's start out here with the traditional bank account because that's what most of us here are familiar with. Traditional bank accounts are going to be the big banks that you're probably seeing on your street corner. This could be Chase, Bank of America, or Wells Fargo, for example. They offer checking and savings accounts, loans, credit cards, really the whole menu of banking services. But what a lot of them don't offer is high interest on savings. You see, these big banks usually pay very low interest rates, often less than 0.05%, and that means that your money doesn't really grow, it just kind of sits there. Now, as far as why this is, a lot of people say that's because the big banks are faced with high costs that are associated with physical branches, the staff inside of them, and things like that. But many think the banks do this with more greedy intentions. For example, JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon's pay hit almost $40 million in 2024. So that brings us now to the world of the high-yield savings account. This type of account, also referred to as an HYSA, is just like a regular bank account, but it actually pays you to save. Now, these are usually offered by online banks that are going to have less overhead, so they can afford to give you a much higher interest rate, often 10 to 20 times higher than the traditional banks. You still have access to your money, and it's still FDIC insured, but there are no physical branches in most cases, and that means that you have to manage everything either online or through the app. But the interest rate for these HYSAs is going to go up and down based on something called the federal funds rate. We're going to be touching on that here shortly, but first I do have to cover a bit on CDs. A CD, or certificate of deposit, is kind of like a locked savings box. You agree to keep your money in the bank for a set period of time, usually 6 months to 5 years, for example, and in return, the bank gives you a guaranteed fixed interest rate in most cases. Usually, the longer you lock your money in, the higher the interest rate, but that's not always the case. But there is an important catch here with CDs. If you take your money out early, you are going to have to pay a penalty, and that's going to come right out of the interest that you've earned. So CDs are not ideal for emergency funds or money that you need to have readily available. Instead, CDs are for when you know that you don't need to touch the money and you want to have it sitting there growing safely. Now, before we get into the actual savings accounts, many of which offer both HYSAs and CDs, we need to quickly talk about interest rates. Have you ever heard somebody say that interest rates are subject to change? Because that is going to be the case here with every single bank on our list. What this means is the interest rate paid on your savings can and will change, except for CDs that are locked in at a guaranteed rate. And the reason this is going to be subject to change is because of something called the federal funds rate, or the interest rate that banks charge each other to borrow money overnight. Banks have a certain amount of money called reserves that they are required to keep on hand, and sometimes one bank has a little bit of extra reserves and one bank is in need of some extra money. Well, the bank that has the extra money can loan it out to the other bank overnight, and the interest rate that's going to be charged is the federal funds rate. The Federal Reserve, or the Fed, is in charge of this rate, and they use this as a tool to either stimulate or cool off the economy. You can think of it like the gas pedal and the brake pedal of the United States economy. Right now, the target rate for the federal funds rate is 4.25 to 4.5%. But the FOMC, or Federal Open Market Committee, will be meeting soon and likely changing this rate. The FOMC meets monthly to discuss this rate among other things, so just keep in mind as we go forward here that these interest rates are for a snapshot of time here and they will change. You can use my links down below to check the current interest rates and even support the channel in the process. So with that said, guys, let's get into the best savings accounts. Starting out here, guys, CIT Bank offers multiple options here to earn a high yield on your savings. First, their Savings Connect account is a high yield savings account offering 3.9% APY on balances over $100. Now, if you do have a bit more to stash away, the Platinum Savings Account is offering 4% APY on balances over $5,000. There are no account opening or maintenance fees, and the interest rate here compounds daily. If you prefer to lock in a guaranteed rate, they do offer a 13-month CD at 3.5% APY or an 18-month CD at 3% APY for that longer term. And if you're wondering why the CD rates are lower than the HYSAs, it's because of the future interest rate cuts that are expected. But if you do think that interest rates are coming down a lot, then sometimes CDs can actually be used as a way to lock in a guaranteed rate. In addition, CIT Bank often runs cash bonus promotions if you sign up using my affiliate link, and that's going to be ryanoscribner.com/CIT. So guys, be sure to check out that link to see what the current rates are, and also to support the channel if you decide to sign up and maybe even get that cash bonus. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. Up next, we have a fintech platform called Public that offers a wide range of saving and investing products. For starters, there's the Public High Yield Cash Account, which currently pays a 4.1% APY with no minimum balance needed. In addition, this account comes with no account fees and unlimited transfers and withdrawals. While Public is not a bank itself, they partner with existing banks to offer up to $5 million in FDIC insurance, which is far above the standard $250,000 limit. But if you're looking for a bit more, they have a bond account too. Keep in mind though that bonds do carry some risk, while savings are virtually risk-free because of that FDIC insurance. But for those who are comfortable with a little bit of risk, Public offers a bond account which owns a diversified portfolio of investment grade and high yield bonds, currently paying a 5.4% yield. If you want to check it out, guys, you can visit ryanoscribner.com/public or click the link down below. Next up, I want to quickly mention Robinhood because they're very popular here on my channel and they offer a brokerage cash sweep program. The reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of people already have a Robinhood account, so this might allow you to double down. You do need to be a Robinhood Gold member, which costs $5 a month, but then they will move your excess uninvested brokerage cash into a network of partner banks for deposit. The current interest rate on this is going to be 4% APY, but the key benefit is that you don't need to open up a whole new account here or deal with back and forth transfers. So you might want to jump on this if you already have a Robinhood account, and if you don't, you can get a free fractional share worth up to $200 when you open a new account. All you have to do is sign up using my affiliate link, which is ryanoscribner.com/Robinhood, and deposit any amount of money. And if you're interested, guys, I have a full Robinhood tutorial that I'm going to leave in the corner that walks you through everything step by step. Moving on, we now have the high yield cash account from M1 Finance, and this is actually one of the best offers out there when you consider the APY boost. Basically, if you sign up using my partner link, ryanoscribner.com/M1 for the first 3 months, you're going to get an extra 0.5% APY. M1 Finance currently offers their savings account at 4% APY, so with that boost, you'd be looking at 4.5% APY. There's no minimum balance required. They offer unlimited withdrawals and even joint accounts, which might be helpful for some. But one thing to be aware of here is the platform fee with M1 Finance. If you have under $10,000 with them, they're going to charge you $3 a month. So while this can be a good place to get an APY boost and a competitive rate, if you're going to be under that 10K threshold for a while, it probably isn't for you. Next up, we have a fintech platform called Moomoo. Maybe you haven't heard of them before, but they are the official partner of the New York Mets, and they're expanding a lot here in the US market. Similar to Robinhood, Moomoo offers a brokerage cash sweep program where they move your uninvested cash into a network of banks. Only difference is you don't need to pay for a subscription here to use it. The base rate is currently 4% APY, but they are currently offering a limited time boost to 8.1% APY when you sign up using my link, which is ryanoscribner.com/Moomoo. Again, Moomoo is not actually a bank. They partner with a network of banks, but if you're looking for that one-stop shop, this could be a good option for you. Moving back to the world of banks now, SoFi is another good option to consider. They offer both a checking and savings account, both of which offer a competitive interest rate. The high yield account is currently paying 3.8% APY, and the checking account currently earns 0.5% APY. Different from some of the competitors we've discussed so far, SoFi is actually a bank, offered through SoFi Bank NA. So you're not going to be having your deposits shuffled around to a network of different banks, and that does give some people peace of mind. You can also get your paycheck up to 2 days early when you set up direct deposit with SoFi, so there's a ton of great features here to look into. Ally Bank is going to be another household name when it comes to saving money. If you're looking for a smooth digital banking experience with a competitive high-yield savings account, they currently offer a 3.5% APY. There are no fees or minimum balances, but there is a limit of 10 withdrawals per statement cycle. However, my personal favorite feature here from Ally is going to be their savings buckets. This lets you divide your savings up into up to 30 different customizable categories like emergency fund, vacation, new car, etc., all within the same account. Each one of these buckets is going to earn the same savings rate, and there are no extra fees or minimum balances for using them. So this could be a great way to track and organize multiple savings goals in the same place, and that's really what I like Ally Bank for. In addition, they also have some analysis and visualization tools that can provide insights into your spending and savings habits. So it's not going to be the most competitive rate in terms of their APY, but the features make up for it for a lot of people. And finally, guys, we have Axos Bank, specifically looking at their Axos One savings account. This account offers a very competitive APY of 4.46% on the savings component and 0.51% on the checking component, but only if you meet certain requirements. To qualify for this, you need to have a few $1,000s a month in monthly qualifying direct deposits and the same amount in an average daily balance maintained. But with that said, there are no monthly maintenance fees, account opening fees, or overdraft fees. In addition, these accounts have FDIC insurance of up to $265 million, which is insane. These accounts are truly built for those major savers out there. In addition, you're also going to find free incoming domestic and international wire transfers, which might move the needle for some. So if you meet those requirements and you want to work with an actual bank, then Axos Bank could be for you. That's going to wrap things up here for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it to the very end, make sure you drop a like as well as subscribe and hit the bell for those notifications. Be sure to use my links down below to support the channel and potentially score a bonus when opening up a new account. You can click below to watch my next video, and I'll see you there.